Good day, everybody. Sergeant Crypto here, Crypto Team 6. Today is January 23rd, 2018. Today's topic is just general market analysis. Before we begin, if you're new to trading and you're not sure or you'd like to learn a little bit more about trading, my name is Sergeant Crypto. I'm with Crypto Team 6. We've got a Facebook group that you can join if you're interested in participating and giving your own analysis. We would welcome that. You can also join our Facebook page. But no matter what, like and subscribe this page. That's enough of the commercial for now, so let's get into it. What we're looking at today is we're looking at a crypto market in contraction. For those of you that are new to trading, contraction means that just about everything is selling off. What we have is a little over 10 days ago, the market was over $800 billion in market cap. It looked like we were going to hit $1 trillion really soon, and that's the only reason it looked that way is everything was going up, everything was champagne and caviar. And now, last week we went through a bloodbath, we saw a bounce, and now we're back down to selling and probably looking at new lows. Bitcoin continues to lose market share. To me, I'm concerned that Bitcoin will maintain its #1 position and its relevance in cryptocurrency. It was the original market leader, but and the flagship of the cryptocurrency market. But now new technologies are moving in that are faster, cheaper, and there just aren't as not as much processing intent for the miners to validate the newer cryptos. What's going to be on the horizon as the flagship? Anybody knows. Right now, I look at Ethereum as #2. Ethereum is more of instead of a cryptocurrency, it is an application. What I mean by that is if you go study a little bit about blockchain, go to Ethereum and you'll be able to read all about it. It has more utility value. It's much faster than Bitcoin and so on. Another one is called Ripple. The only difference between Ripple and Ethereum, Ethereum is distributed across multiple servers. Nobody has control. In the case of Ripple, the XRP, which is their token, is controlled by a company called Ripple, and it's used more for financial organizations. If you live in the United States, you know that banks are regulated in what they can trade in. Right now, crypto is not allowed in most cases. Ripple is trying to change that. They're working with regulators to meet the guidelines that will allow banks to invest and use cryptocurrency as a method of exchange. So today, it's, as I say, is a red day. I'm looking here and I'm seeing single-digit and some double-digit losses. But if you look really closely, last week was a deep selling pattern. We had some, I don't know, if you look far out on these, you'll see that the market was much higher, and we've been consolidating here. Right now, as I say, market cap is $496 billion. I wouldn't be surprised to see another 20% come off the top of that, just based on what I'm seeing. It looks to me like we're going to test these lows, and we may even go lower. So if you're trading crypto here, if you're a bag holder, you got two options here. You can either pull out if you think it's going to go much deeper, or you can just hold on for dear life. I've got a video on holding on for dear life. I don't recommend it. I recommend that you trade. When you get some profits, you take them, and that allows you to build a bigger bag as opposed to just holding, hanging on, hiding under the bed when a storm comes, and then waiting. Regardless of what you do, you're going to want to pay attention. I'm today going to take a look at the top 5. I think you'll see a common theme in the top 5. But again, as we look down here, you will see across the board through the top 100 Tether being the only one that maintains, because they try to peg it to the US dollar, uh, is staying relatively flat. The rest of them are coming down. We may find an exception in here, an outlier, as we found here, PVIX. I'm not sure what it is. Go take a look at it. If somebody wants to do an analysis on it, I welcome it. Do your analysis and post it to the group. We're always looking for new cryptos to invest in. We're always looking for outliers that are up for against the market for any particular reason. In this case, most, though, are declining. Just going down through the top 100. Here's another one. I'm not sure about this one. DigX or whatever it is. Again, somebody wants to analyze it, please do. Get a discussion going. Let's see why we should be looking at that coin. There are others, but really, it's just a sea of red. That PA coin, I don't know what it's all about. I can tell you that there's a lot of hype in it. Somebody do an analysis on that. Tell me if there's anything there and it's just not some sort of mirage. But that's the top 100. I'm not going to go any deeper than that. As you can see, we are consolidating. So what does this mean when we're consolidating? Well, in other financial markets, we have the ability to short. What I mean by that is you can sell first and then buy it back when it goes lower and capture the profit in the middle. With cryptos, we don't have that ability yet. I'm sure there are places you can loan your coins out, go on out there and buy them back cheaper, and I don't know. If somebody has a strategy for to substitute shorting, let me know, because I'd be interested in knowing that. In the meantime, all I can do is move my cash off to the side and wait for an opportunity to buy. As you know, we don't catch a falling knife. We don't try to catch something that is falling looking for a bottom. Chances are you're not going to find that bottom. What we do, though, from time to time is we look for a bounce. We try to find an area where we can get back in, capture some crypto, and then get back out. I was pretty successful this last week. I captured some 20 and 30% gains on this bounce. That was really nice. I'm about 70% in cash right now, or what I consider to be cash. It's Tether, as long as it remains without getting exit scammed. But anyway, let's move into them. I'm going to do the top 5. Here we go. So here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin, as you know, moved on up. We've been pulling back steadily since the first of the year. What we're seeing is the major highs are becoming lower and lower. The last major high was $12,800, and it has steadily been selling off since then. What we're seeing is these are daily bars. 3 days ago, the low of the day is less than the high of yesterday. I don't want to say the high, the close of yesterday. And then the close of yesterday is higher than the open of today, and we continue lower. Our low here of 92.91 will probably be tested. We may bounce off of it, move up a little higher, and then move sharply lower. I see a minor bit of support here at 8,000. I see a little more at 7,000. The next one is 6,000, where there's a good bit of support. And then after that, 4,000 is a really, really well bit of support. Do I think we're going to go rocketing down to there? No. Do I think we could creep down to there? Absolutely. If the trend continues, and here's what I'm seeing, as you know, I use moving averages. Our price is currently well below the 26-day moving average of 13,000. We're well below that. As a matter of fact, our last high never even hit that. And then we are now below the 9-day moving average by a lot as well. The 9-day moving average has been right here at about 11,500. We are currently down here at 10,100. I expect you might dip your toe back in here if we get back to this moving average, thinking it might go back up. But I would want to see some progress. I would want to, at this point, on these dailies, I would want to see the price cross both the 26 and the 9-day moving average. So what does that mean? That means you can probably, if you have a week vacation, you could probably take a week off. Um, just shut your computer off, let it go. If you got your money in cash, you come back, and at the end of your vacation, you reevaluate the whole thing. A lot of people get hurt here trying to buy these bottoms. They get caught with a bag, and then it goes a little lower. They buy some more, and all they're doing is averaging their price down. There's nothing that says any of these coins have to go back up. I don't think crypto is over. I do think we're seeing a shift in Bitcoin here. Bitcoin may not be the de facto standard again. Now, since it does have market acceptance on every exchange in the world, that is a positive for it. But its cost of mining, its transaction cost, and its difficulty in hash power is beginning to weigh on it. We saw a few forks that took some market share away into Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold. And so as a store of value, I think Bitcoin ultimately will be here for a while, but I'm seeing it go lower and lower. Could we see 20,000 again? Absolutely. It's crypto. But only as a store of value. People are going to have to go to it as a store of value. And so I'm not sure what the future lies for Bitcoin. Don't put all your money in your Bitcoin. I wouldn't do it, but that's up to you. I do give financial advice. Never invest more than 5% in any particular crypto. I would include that to be Bitcoin at this time. I know we move things around in Bitcoin, but when you move things around with Bitcoin, you might want to get them into something, at least diversify. Let's just put it that way. You don't want to be 100% in Bitcoin. Next one is Ethereum. Ethereum, same thing. Remember I told you, we're looking at a market that is selling off, and the top 5 all appear to be doing the same thing. We have a good bit of support here in Ethereum at $800. We dropped down to $800 on the last big sell-off. That was last week. It was a bloody week. And then it popped right back up, went to 12,000. I bought some more here at 10.5, never sold it off. So I'm holding that bag right there. I'm not going to catch this falling knife. I'm going to look for some stability here. Again, we're below the 2 moving averages, the 9, and we just crossed the 26, which is a bearish signal for me. So I'm going to stay on the sidelines. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on the sidelines. I could come back tomorrow. I could come back today and tell you I'm back in. Once I go in and look at some noise, I might see a cross there, and I might try to do some short-term trades. But I'm sure not bagging anything and holding it for long-term. I might pop in for a couple hours, try to capture 10-15% if we see a little rally. Other than that, though, I'm off to the sideline. When I do these short-term trades, these little ones that you can make 10, 15, 20% in real quickly, I do it with 1 or 2% of my capital. I'm not interested in getting hung up here and then just... I'm not interested in that. So, next one. We have Bitcoin Cash. These aren't in any necessary order. This is Bitcoin Cash. Technicals are the same. We hit 2,000 on Bitcoin Cash. We were as high as 2,800. 2,500 looked to be a nice new floor, but we busted right through that. Right, we're down here in the support level. Heavy support down here at 14,000 or so. Maybe 14,000, 1,400, 1,300 in here. I believe we're going to test this again. We may see, as I say, we may see it go through here as these markets continue to consolidate. Here's Ripple. Ripple's got an ugly chart only because they got this crazy print up here at $8. I don't think Ripple ever saw $8. If it did, I didn't have any. I'm hoping nobody's holding it up here, but if you are, good luck. Ripple is below both of the moving averages as well. They're right here at $1.25. There's some support at $1. There's support at 80 cents. And I know there's a lot of support at 20 cents because I used to own a bunch there. And there's a lot of people that own it there. There's probably what you're going to find in Ripple. If Ripple continues to sell off, you're going to find that people are going to try to salvage what they can. There were a lot of people that got caught in this run up, and the people in Ripple tend to be hold on for dear lifers. They're thinking this thing's going to go to 20 bucks. And it may one day, only because it may replace Bitcoin. And the reason that is if the regulators give it the blessing, it's almost like, well, I won't name a particular religion, but if your religion gives the nod to something, you know, everybody in that religion tends to be a believer and a follower, and they go along with it. So we won't bring religion into it, but Ripple is the closest thing I know to a religion. The people that are in it, they love it. They're a community that just, they're all in it. Me, I trade it. That's all I'm interested in. I'm not Visa. I'm not MasterCard. I'm not American Express. I don't have a vested interest. I just trade it. I try to make my money, and I try to get out. Try to hold a little from time to time. I like to use it as a medium of exchange. It's cheap. If I want to send you some Ripple, I don't have to spend 20 bucks to send you 5. I think we're on the last one here. That's Litecoin. Litecoin is a cheaper version of Bitcoin. I could see this gaining a lot of market acceptance as well. It and Bitcoin Cash are cheaper to use as a currency for exchange, but time will tell. Litecoin has some support. Doesn't even have any support anywhere until we get down to about 100 bucks. I mean, Litecoin went up. A lot of speculation in it. Everybody thought it was going to be the new Bitcoin, probably because it was cheap. But again, it's higher lows. I mean, lower lows and lower highs. And we're below the moving averages. So that's it across the board. I would imagine if I open the other 100 of these coins, the other 100 of these cryptos, and I don't even have to open them. I can just look at them here, and this is what we're seeing. They're all pretty much doing the same. They're all nearing last week's lows. That's just the way it is. This probably represents a good buying opportunity, but we're not going to catch the knife as it's coming down. We're going to look for some support. We're going to look for some turnaround in the market. I would think if you want to understand whether the market is turning around, you'll look at the total market cap. When the total market cap is growing, all cryptos tend to be moving higher, only because Bitcoin is not the only one in here anymore. The others are gaining in dominance. If the total market cap is going lower, it means probably everything else is selling off. Anything lower than the 100, the top 100 is totally speculation. I consider the top 20 to be blue chips. What I would consider blue chips are the S&P. These are the ones that have the market acceptance. They're the ones with the roadmaps that appear to have the most support by their communities. They have the most market cap. They're the ones that if I were to be trading full time and I wanted to diversify and get in on these rallies, I would probably spread across these blue chips. If I had to do my capital in any way and I were investing, I would probably do 50% of my money in the top 20, spread out amongst them in little groups of 5 or 3 or 2% here, 2% there, 3% there, throughout the top 20, and then the rest of them would be speculative. So again, diversification is the play of the day. Right now, though, I would be sitting off to the side. It's a good day to go fishing, and as I see it, a bad day fishing, how do I want to say that? A bad day fishing is better than a bad day in crypto? I don't know. You could figure it out. I'd rather be fishing than losing money. Let's put it that way. So I'm Sergeant Crypto here, Crypto Team 6. Like and subscribe if you want to join our group and you have market analysis. Make yourself some videos. Go to Screencast-O-Matic. Get yourself a copy. You can broadcast your screen. You can use your camera and show your picture if you want. I prefer to remain somewhat anonymous. This is crypto and there's a lot of scams. Sergeant Crypto here. Crypto Team 6. Like and subscribe. Join us on our Facebook page. Out.